Afternoon, everyone. This is the weekly update from BALPPA. It's Friday the 29th of May, and we are getting closer to opening, all being well. This week, or the last week that's gone since I did one of these, we've learnt a little bit more about what's happening with non-essential retail. So that is now being given the go-ahead from the 15th, or actually on the 15th. And those words "from" and "on" are quite important in this context. There is a little bit of learning that we need to take from that process. The majority of our attractions are looking to open from the 4th of July. Our concern is that a lot of those non-essential retails were looking to open from the 1st of June, and that's been moved back to the 15th. So we are conscious of that, and we are lobbying to make sure that we get a date. To a certain extent, even if the date is moved, we would like a confirmed date rather than a variable date, as people start to bring people back off furlough and start to open things up. It becomes very expensive and very difficult logistically. So we are aware of that. So we learned that retail, though, the government did put out some protocols and procedures for retail for their reopening, which I thought some of those were quite useful actually. And if we look at the fact that they may do that for our sector, then there's a couple of things that happened this week which are heading towards that, which is the formation of a task force and some of the working groups that are feeding into that. I'm aware that the tourism and visitor economy one, as we stand right now, doesn't have anything to report. But there are some for the bars, restaurants, pubs, hotels. They have some draft documentation that is circulating around for protocols for them to get back open. So hopefully there'll be some movement in the next few days for the visitor economy, of which the majority of our businesses sit under. So this week there was some reopenings in Europe, and I'll put this document on. There's a little bit of information available for what's happening with some of those, and I'll put this on our message probably tonight or tomorrow. Some interesting ideas. So Shanghai Disney opened on the 11th of May, as we put on this report earlier, 30% capacity, and they're operating to social distancing of 1 metre. Efteling opened on May the 20th, again third capacity but building it up, 1.5 metres. And a note in the side of that park, struggling to deal with the volumes of calls to guest services, especially from abroad. So that goes some ways to answering the question, is there an appetite? A look further down, June the 5th, Universal Orlando are looking to reopen, and there is a little bit of scepticism as you get closer towards that. So there's a nice, interesting mix of things around the world. There are just 5 or 6 operators. So, but I'll make that available for everyone to have a look at. Today we should learn a little bit more about the furlough scheme. It's been much trailed. There'll be some changes when we get to August. We don't have that detail yet as I sit here, so we'll get that later tonight. But we will circulate that once we have it, and that will either be tonight or probably tomorrow once it's all been composited via the thoughts of the Chancellor. So this week, what do we do or learn this week? Well, importantly, we had a health and safety call on Wednesday, which was really fantastic. Lots of contributors, great panellists on there who helped enormously. What we learned from that is that we need to do it again. There was a lot of questions, and we don't necessarily have answers to all of those questions at the moment. Ongoing discussions. Some really good advice from those people that were on the call. One thing is that you should have started your workplace risk assessments and your general risk assessments because it will take a long time to do. I thought that was good advice. I wouldn't wait. Risk assessments are an extension of what you have already or what you do already. What we're doing is adjusting them for COVID-19. So there's an adjustment process to go on there, but that should start. Build up on what you've got and get some buy-in from your staff. Really key from those operators who have started operating in Asia and Europe is to get some buy-in, get some consultation with your staff. You've got to do this together. So Monday, as we head towards Monday the 1st, as I said, we will learn more about the furlough scheme, which will be interesting tonight. Monday we have some lower school reception, years 1 and 5, I think it is, going in. So we will have some of those schools opening, which is a step forward, gives a degree of momentum. Some nurseries are opening. as well, so good luck to them. Some of our members operate nurseries, so best of luck with all that. Hope that goes well. We've got golf operations, adventure golf, mini golfs opening. Some of our coastal operators have already opened, some more trying to, and they've included F&B on that, and all the reports we're getting back from that are pretty positive, and we're monitoring that during the week. Next week, Monday, we're back to normal with our FEC members call at 2 p.m, and then we have all parks, attractions, trade associates on Thursday as well. So some have said this is a little bit of a limbo week this week, although every week we say that, we seem to learn quite a lot, and hopefully we are moving forward. We get more information as we go along, and hopefully everyone's feeling a bit more positive about how we get things going and how we take things forward. Track and trace came in. I think the possible advantage to that is that there is talk of localised lockdowns. Not that we actually want those, but at least that prevents the whole country going into lockdown at the same time, which puts us exactly back to where we've been before. We don't want to go there. So I'm taking all of that as being relatively positive, and hoping by the time I talk to you next week, we will have taken another big step forwards. But in the meantime, have a great weekend, have a great week. I'll see a lot of you during the week, and I hope everything goes well for those openings. So good luck to everyone. Stay safe. Bye-bye.